Hi there YouTube, Mark Verheer here with a video response again to Lombo's post 1975. The 25th birthday of this geezer, Sonic the Hedgehog. And if you haven't seen Dave's video yet, you should. I'll put a link down below in the video. But yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog. I very distinctly remember seeing this run on a Megadrive in a shop window back in the day, and I vividly remember seeing Sonic run through the hoop, that loop that he goes through, and the landscape and how it moved and how the camera worked. And I remember standing on the street looking in, and I was just mesmerized. It was running on a 14-inch Sony Trinitron, and it just looked amazingly crisp, amazingly speedy. It was just an amazing game. Why they chose it to run it on such a small screen, I never know. I will never know. But yeah, this game. And then then I saw the price tag, and I thought, well, you know, not for me, and not right now. I had bought a Super Nintendo off a friend. He was going to the West Indies, and he was going to go do some studying there, and he wanted to get rid of his stuff. So I bought his Super Nintendo with Super Mario World, and I had that next to my Famicom, and those were the systems that I was gaming on. And yeah, my money was going towards tuition, books, rent, food. And yeah, the price of the console and the price of the game was just too much. But I knew it was out there. I really knew it was out there. Yeah, and I was actually programming the computer and appreciating the PC more than the closed systems that were the consoles. And I was big into building PCs and reselling them, servicing PCs, helping friends, students out with their PC problems. So yeah, it was on the fringes. I got to play it every once in a while over at a friend's place, but never decided to go get it. And I remember the Amstrad, I believe it was the Amstrad PC Megadrive thing, being in magazines and stuff. I believe it was Computer and Video Games. And I was sure it was an April Fool's joke, but it wasn't actually. I could easily have bought that because it would be the PC combined with the Megadrive. That would be the best of both worlds. But yeah, for some reason, that just went straight past me. And then actually I got a chance of another friend who needed to sell the Megadrive and Sonic, and he also had Sonic 2, which is also a very nice game. And I ended up not being able to get that because in the Netherlands, I lived quite far away from the university, so I had to bike over every day. And my bike got stolen, so I needed the funds to get myself another bike. And the cool thing is actually that in the end, I did get these that I wanted to buy back then, which I couldn't get because I got them in the end from the same dude. And yeah, I actually played these. And of course, I got many other copies later on. And yeah, this actually was 73 guilders and 72 cents back then. Crazy money. But yeah, I got these multiple copies later on when I bought myself replacement Mega Drives, extra Mega Drives and stuff. So I did finally meet Sonic, and actually the first time I played it, I was just, yeah, I was over at a friend's place, and it was just so fast, and there's just not a single or a good way to run through a level, you know. I mean, you could go for all the secrets, you could go for the speed and stuff. It was just, and the music, it was just something completely different altogether. And especially the American version. These are the PAL releases, but yeah, I saw the NTSC version. Actually, the Japanese version of Sonic, it has the moving clouds on top, which the American version of Sonic doesn't have. I believe there's quite a bit of difference between the NTSC port, the American port, and the yeah. As you can see here, there's the clouds. On the Japanese version, I believe also the PAL version, they move, but on the NTSC Mega Drive version, they don't move. But yeah, Sonic. I mean, Sonic is a huge inspiration to arcade gaming, and there've been a ton of games, and actually I prefer this one, Sonic, Sonic 2, Sonic 3. Sonic Tales. Those are the games that I like. They have instant response. You know, it's very clear where you're going. The 3D games, I'm less a fan of. The Sonic CD, the Sonic R, those are nice games. The Sonic Adventure games, not a big fan of because the control scheme and the way the camera works is not the best, but they're still good games. But I actually gravitate towards Sonic, and yeah, every once in a while I just have to play Sonic. I'll just fire up the Mega Drive and I'll just play Sonic, and it's an iconic game. You know, you can name a few iconic games. That's Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, Sonic the Hedgehog. You know, it's right up there among the 8-bit classics, and it's a 16-bit game. Also, the what actually is a surprisingly good version is actually both the Game Gear version and the Master System version. 8-bit, but you know, it's and not as much scrolling, parallax scrolling and stuff, but it's just amazing. And but yeah, it was kind of a delayed type of response to Sonic. You know, I wanted to get it. I saw it, I noticed it, but the price tag was just too high. I just could not justify buying that because I was studying, I was putting myself through school, I had to work, I was a working student, and I just could not, it wasn't in the budget. Of course, I did buy other stuff that wasn't in my budget, but yeah, you know, that wasn't in my budget. And yeah, I circled around, and finally I ended up with the exact games from back in the day. I believe they are, actually. I think they are. I hope I haven't displaced them. No, I believe this one is. Yeah, there's a little X. Yeah, this is his copy, and this one has the stick. Yeah. So those are actually the original copies. So yeah, these are my 2 cents. So this is my story. If you want to see more video responses, more stories, go check out Dave's video. I'll put a link down below, and let Dave let us hear what your experiences were with Sonic. Did Sonic play a role in your life at all, or was he just one of those weird characters that you just didn't get into? For me, I mean, Nintendo, Mario, you know, it was cutesy, kiddie-like entertainment, pretty cool, but you know, more geared towards kids. And Sonic also was geared towards kids, but it was cool at the same time. It was cool, it was fast, and I guess the demographic was also young adults with this, whereas Nintendo really went for the kiddie market. So yeah, I mean, the Mega Drive was a more cool system, and yeah, great stuff, great stuff. And I just can't believe it has already been 25 years, half a century. Uh, I remember like it was yesterday. That's actually quite scary. Okay, Mark signing off, and I'll be back with another video soon.